Saturday, August 4th, 2018. I'm Justin Castelli, and this is your weekly mixtape and weekend review on All About Your Benjamins. Another busy week of news impacting your financial plan and investing, so let's take a look at some of the headlines. First, the Federal Reserve met and announced that they are leaving the rates unchanged. I want to read a quote from Chairman Powell. He said, "Economic activity has been strong, or has been rising at a strong rate," emphasis on strong. I didn't know we were doing this, but apparently they used the word strong 6 times in his speech. The jobs report came out on Friday, and unemployment is at 3.9%. So in July, the U.S. economy added 157,000 new jobs. The numbers for May and June actually were revised up. Don't get me started on the revising. I don't know why we have these numbers released and then we change them a couple months down the road. But nonetheless, we had the biggest rise in wages in the last 10 years. So the year ending June, so June to June, the last 12 months, we saw wages go up by 2.8%. So some of this wage growth is being offset by the raise in inflation. So our spending power is not going up fully in line with what we're seeing wages go up by. But nonetheless, I would say wage growth is better than no wage growth. Last week, the GDP was up 4% in the second quarter. The Fed says things are strong. We see unemployment tick down, and we see wages going up. So it looks as if the U.S. economy is doing very well and on a good path for the time being. So what are we watching for? What are we concerned about? Is the Treasury announced that they're planning to begin borrowing again. They're going to raise their borrowing, which will put us on the path to $1 trillion deficit. Cost of borrowing going up. Remember, interest rates are going up, so not only are our borrowing costs, but the government's borrowing costs will be going up also. But that's not the only time we've heard $1 trillion talk this week. Switching subjects and kind of going more to the stock market. Apple became the first $1 trillion company to make it into the 4 comma club, and I gotta give a hat tip to the good people at StockTwix for coming up with that coining that phrase. I'm a big Peloton fan, but anyways, the reason I bring them up is just I thought it was pretty cool that they raised $550 million from private investors this week, or it was announced this week, which gave them a valuation of $4 billion. So congratulations to all the people at Peloton. I love the product I got to actually use. And finally, in the race to hit 0 fees on investments, Fidelity announced that they're going to have an index mutual fund that investors can access for 0% fees. So they will come in and they'll utilize this 0% fee, but they will pick up an international fund or a small cap fund or other funds that have fees, and Fidelity will make money that way. So if you kind of give something away for free and pull in investors that use other funds that have higher fees, in the end Fidelity could actually make money and become more profitable by offering this free fund. So a lot going on All About Your Benjamins. We have videos, podcasts, writing, these videos, so make sure you subscribe and stay up to date with everything. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.